Hello, thanks for checking back in to BCBR. We have an interesting brew today. Actually, two, but they're both the same. Why would I be doing two? I will explain. This beer is called Darwins Forehead. Strange name. It's a salted brown porter. It is brewed by Fonta, Flora Brewery in Morganton, North Carolina. Okay, why I have two. I went into my beer store, B&B, without my glasses on. And that's a mistake, because I can't read any fine print. All I saw was Darwin's Forehead and the can, and it looked kind of cool. So, all right, I'm going to grab two of these. And when I got home, this one very clearly says canned on 10/9/21. Okay? This one says very clearly canned on 10/9/23. And I thought, wow, that is really weird. They were canned on the same day of the same month, 2 years apart. I thought about taking them back because they're old. And then I thought about it. I said, well, I could do a video comparing the two if one is really 2 years older than the other one. So we're going to do that. We're going to pour them into separate glasses and see if there's any difference. And there's some other oddball things about this. The can says it's 6.2% ABV. Their website for this company says 5.9 and Untapped says 6.8. So I'm just going to go with the can, 6.2. I paid $3.99 for each of these cans. On Untapped, it gets a score of 3.79. That's not horrendous, with 4,209 ratings. It supposedly has 30 IBUs. And that's all the information I have. The website was not very helpful. There is a double version of this, but I don't have that one, so we're not worried about that. Neat can, neat name, Darwin's Forehead. Okay, this is the older can, brewed in 21. Let me just double check. The older can is going to go in the Bud Light glass. I've had this Bud Light glass for a long time. It's long before the more recent controversies. This is the older can. All right. It's got a little bit of a malty aroma, but not too much aroma there. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Does that picture look a little smudged? Let me see if the thing needs to get wiped off. It looked a little hazy. It was hazy. Sorry about that. It's clear now. All right, we got the older one poured. I got a regular glass here for the one that says it was canned on 10/9/23. That's kind of, it's old, but it's not super old. Here we go. Kind of looks the same. The head is maybe slightly different. The older one kind of looks like a drier looking head. I got to make sure I don't top off with the wrong can now. All right, this is the older one. The head looks a little kind of dry almost. It's got a nice flavor. Let me try the head of the other one. This is the not so old one. It does have kind of a bit of a saltiness to it. Malty with another flavor there that kind of almost like salt. Very nice. This is the old one. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's not bad. It's very malty. Got a bit of chocolate there, mostly in the aftertaste. Now let's try the one that's not so old. Yeah, there's really not much difference. It doesn't seem like the age, if it is indeed 2 years older, has really affected it very much. There, I got them all in the 2 glasses. I think there is a little bit of difference. But it's really negligible. It's not a bad beer. It's not real salty. It has a little bit of something that kind of reminds me of salt. But mostly it's a porter, you know, malty, roasted malts, a little bit on the sweet side, very little bitterness. It's not the best porter I ever had. It's not bad. 3.79 is what it gets on Untappd. I wouldn't grade these two different, even though one is older than the other. It's really, I can't tell enough of a difference. I would say 3.79 sounds about right. So I will go 3.75 when I check in on Untappd. I'm going to let my wife help me finish this. It's too much beer for me. But I wanted to get these out of the fridge because one is very old and one is starting to get old. And I didn't know what to expect. And I got 2 cans out of my fridge. And I know I have a lot of gift beers to review, but I wanted to knock this one out before I really, excuse me, before I get into those. Beer cans. Let's look at a couple. Wisconsin Old Timers Lager Beer. I hope I didn't just show this one. The best of the better beers. The best of the better beers. Walter Brewing Company, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Nice looking can. Let's get this one. Very pretty can. I know I showed it at least once. Point. Special beer. Stevens Point Brewing and Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Oh, I don't know. How about Old Bohemian Light? 16-ounce can. Brewed with pure artisan well water. Brewed and packaged by Eastern Brewing Company, Hamilton, New Jersey. Here's one other one back here. Schmidt's Oktoberfest. Brewed and packed by C. Schmidt and Sons, Philadelphia and Cleveland. One more. I know I showed this at least once. Stegmeyer beer. I used to drink Stegmeyer. I used to be able to get it in returnable bottles. Brewed and packed by Stegmeyer Brewing in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Darwin's Forehead. really nothing to write home about, but it's not a bad beer. Thanks for watching. Bye.